Well, today it looked like the cameras were on us. Looked like we've parked up right next door to another cruise ship. But is it?
I got what you want. Honey, I got what you need. Honey, I got what you want.
Hi, we are Rob and Ali, sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel.
That's exactly what I thought. We left the curtains open a little bit in order to let some light in the morning, otherwise it's very dark. These are pretty much blackout curtains. And then woke up this morning, looked out of the window to this behind us. Now, although it looks like a cruise ship, it's not. It's an apartment block because we are docked today in Auckland, North Island, New Zealand.
And fortunately, you actually come right into the heart of the city, don't you? Right in.
Yeah.
It's like parking. It's like as though he's parked in a little parking space.
It is, because there are cameras off the front of the ship and we can see the view on the television. And we are pretty much parked in the centre of Auckland. Docked in the centre.
And the reason I'm saying the people were taking photographs is because the people in the apartments here obviously have a love of cruise ships, and when one comes in, they're all snapping photographs. So we were kind of like, hello.
All right. Well, this morning we've got a walking tour, one of the free walking tours, or you donate to the walking tours. So we're going to have to find a bank and get some cash out to make a donation. So it's a little bit of a rush this morning. By the time we got something to eat, got off the ship, found the walking tour. Anyway, I'm sure it will be great. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. And off we go.
And I've always got that mystery tour this afternoon, the little mystery trip that I've got organised that Robert doesn't know anything about. You've got to stay tuned now, haven't you?
As you walk into the port of Auckland, there are some shops and market stalls here. Well, not really market stalls, and not really shops to be honest with you, but there are people selling things for you to buy some souvenirs, and you go down the stairs. It's quite a walk off the ship, actually.
The start of our day in Auckland is on a walking tour, 2-hour walking tour. It's organised by Auckland Free Walking. It is called Auckland Free Walking, but you do make a donation or a payment at the end, and there is recommendations about how much you pay. We're meeting at the ferry building, which was just a walk away from the cruise ship.
It's more like a run.
Well, we had to run because we're always late. So we had to dodge people, and everybody's admiring the view, and we're just like cutting through and everything. We're absolutely terrible, aren't we? Anyway, we seem to have made it in plenty of time. There's quite a crowd gathering, and you will find these guys because they have blue umbrellas, very distinctive blue umbrellas. You can just see the corner of one just over Robert's shoulder there. So this will be a 2-hour kind of historic art and orientation tour.
Yeah, looking forward to it. They're generally pretty good, these free walking tours.
Do I need to say it? Do I need to say? What else is blue that we can see?
The sky, of course.
Gorgeous. Good. I've got a cardigan on and I am absolutely roasting.
Yeah, I've got a fleece, but I can't imagine I'm using it.
Yeah, beautiful. So we'll take you on the tour with us. So sensibly this morning, Robert is putting on his sunscreen and a hat. Oh my gosh, it's going to need a bit of rubbing in.
Our guide today is Liz, and she's just introduced herself, and we've headed off on the tour. So we're starting in the square here where there are some markets on today. So here are the markets. There's lots of stalls. Reminds us of South Bank at Brisbane a little bit. Lots of stalls here on a Sunday morning this is. This area Liz has just told us is called Commercial Base, where the markets are. And over here where this bus is coming down, all this street used to be a stream, used to go down to the harbour. Now she also told us that the ferry building was designed to be an exact replica of the one in San Francisco. Now this building to my left here is home to Auckland's first underground station. There is a station, there are no trains. They're still building the subway. So although they've got an underground station, you can't actually go anywhere on it yet. It's still being built. This is called Fort Lane.
You see a little clue as to what this area was originally used for. Can you guess what that was? Yes, thank you. I'm talking about this 100-metre long red light, okay? This was the city's first red light district. So back when the ports were more active in this part of town, like right where we started the tour, this was where all the brothels were for all those sailors coming off their ships after months and months and months at sea. This is called, Vulcan Lane. Is anyone familiar with Roman mythology? Do you know who Vulcan was, the god of? No? Okay, Vulcan, you could probably guess from the name. Vulcan?
No.
Yes, thank you. So he was the Roman god of fire, volcanoes, also blacksmiths or metalworking. So this was called Vulcan Lane because this is where all the blacksmiths or metalworkers set up their shops in the 1850s and 1860s. So try to imagine back then when this was just dirt road that smelt of horse poo and all the horse urine and probably human as well was just flowing down into the stream down there. That stream that flowed down the middle of the valley quickly became like an open sewer. This was a very smelly part of town. Alright, so this is the Sky Tower, folks, Auckland's most iconic landmark. You've probably seen it from a different angle already. So the Sky Tower, it's kind of hard to imagine Auckland without the Sky Tower, but I lived about 8 years of my life without it. It was finished in 1997, so it's about 27 years old. It's 328 meters tall. To give you some comparison, it's almost exactly the same height as the Eiffel Tower in Paris, obviously, and also the Shard in London. They're all very similar heights.
We're going through the Auckland Art Gallery. The ceiling here, or the roof structure, is made of wood, all carved. I'm hoping this will pick it up because it's absolutely beautiful. Maybe get out of the sun a little bit.
Auckland is very unique in New Zealand, but unique in the world as well because of the number of volcanoes that the city was just built on top of. But maybe to put your mind at ease a little, the last volcanic eruption in the Auckland region, there have been others elsewhere in the country, but in Auckland the last volcano to erupt was about 600 years ago. These trees that we're about to walk under soon, these are called pohutakawa trees. You may have seen them already on your trip. Beautiful native New Zealand tree. They're also known as New Zealand's Christmas tree. I know they're not in that typical Christmas tree shape, but they're known as New Zealand's Christmas tree because in late November, early December, they start to blossom with these bright red flowers.
Wow, this is pretty low here. Have to duck down to get under that one.
If you feel I've earned it, please write a review on TripAdvisor or Google. It really helps me as a guide, but also the company in general. And kanui te mihi, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's now 12:20. That was about 2 hours, 20 minutes and non-stop. Liz was brilliant.
Fantastic.
She's so enthusiastic. It's always good when you get an enthusiastic guide because you get into it as well, don't you?
She was so clear, so enthusiastic, and knew so much about the Maori history, the flora, fauna, buildings, artwork, everything crammed into 2 hours, 20 minutes.
I
Fabulous.
find that with these free walking tours, where they, I don't know how they operate with the pay and everything else, but there always seem to be people who are really, really interested and enthusiastic about the city and the place where they live.
Yeah.
So you always get really good tours. They're not somebody who's doing it just because they're getting paid for it.
I know it sounded like it was just, she was telling kind of friends, like as though it's fresh every day that she's telling you. Yeah, beautiful.
So we've ended up by Tiffany's, and behind us here are some markets. We thought these were the markets that we started, but they're not. So we're going to head over to, back down to where we started. Over to the Sky Tower, aren't we? Because we've got a surprise.
We've got a surprise.
And Liz has also given us an idea for maybe a beautiful place to sort of relax and have a bit of a drink later on.
I am parched.
Okay. After that tour, I was in need of a coffee. And as we were passing by McDonald's, she thought she'd get a quick one on here. But it doesn't seem to be the case. It's been like probably nearly 15 minutes now. So what happened? That's been like nearly 15 minutes for a coffee.
Well, my number kept popping up as being prepared, and then it would disappear and not come on the served bit. And I was watching them, and they're kind of whacking out the food and whacking out the cold drinks. And I suddenly realised that the coffee machine was on my right, and I thought, there's nobody there, so they're obviously just keep picking up my tab and then going, no, I don't want to make the hot coffee, and skipping me over. So it's like 10 minutes, and then I suddenly realised, and I went up to the guy and he said, somebody will do it in a minute, and I went, no, I've been like nearly 15 minutes waiting for this. So he hopped over and made it. So I don't know.
Hopefully it's worth it.
Yeah.
Where are we off now?
Let's try and see if I can get this nail salon, and hopefully you can get some food.
When we were doing the whitewater rafting yesterday, actually surprisingly enough, and if you know Al's nails you'll know exactly what I mean, only one of them, it didn't even come off, it just broke, but she does need to get it repaired. So we're looking for a nail bar. She's found a nail bar where she can get it repaired. Hopefully they are open and she can get it done quickly. The nail bar for Elle to get her nail repaired, which is right behind me, which is what's happening now, is it's pretty much next door but one to the McDonald's. I decided I'd get something to eat while she was having her nails done. Just pop next door back to McDonald's to get something because I thought it would be quick. Anyway, as I've come back in to meet up with her, the two things that we actually needed, which was some food and some coffee, are pretty much the only two things that are available in the station here. The unfinished, actually the station's pretty much finished, it's the rail lines that hasn't. So we could have actually just come in here, got a coffee, I could have got some Japanese noodles, which I would have much preferred, and I could have got her nails done.
Just for fun, so I remember this trip as well in Auckland. I broke a nail yesterday and I had to do a quick pit stop into one of the nail bars to get a repair because they couldn't match the nail varnish that I had. So this one was broken, so they've done a contrast, and then she's kind of put some jewels and things on it so that it looks like a kind of fancy contrast nail, as though it was done deliberately. What do you think?
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Time for the big reveal. Go on. Where have you
Time
brought
for the
us?
big reveal. Well, we walked past the tower and somebody was bungee jumping off the side, and Robert just went, no, you haven't. And I went, no, I haven't. We've actually come to the, it's the Weta Workshop Unleashed. So this is where all the New Zealand movie making takes place, all the special effects. And we get to interact with everything and see how all the magic happens in these fantastic movies.
Wow.
Everyone set? Okay, rolling. Action, Brian.
So this is where the special effects were kind of made and created for things like Lord of the Rings.
Okay, so from the storeroom, we've come through a secret doorway, and we are now we're now in another room. Now you can touch virtually everything in this room. Al's spinning the wheel. Not really sure why she's spinning the wheel. Oh, is that another doorway?
Ah, yes. We've come to this area where the whole wall has these little turnstiles set in, and each of these are handmade figures. We're not allowed to touch them. They are originals. I think they said that they are either just one of a kind, or maybe up to about 4 of these models are made. They are absolutely exquisite. They are pretty dark to look at, so you do have to get quite close up, but they are fantastic, the detail on them.
Welcome to the workshop. My name is Richard Taylor. I'm the Design and Effects Supervisor here at the workshop, and I'm thrilled to be able to share some of the fantastic goings-on we have hidden away here. As you can see, our crew are hard at work making physical effects, props, costumes, creatures, miniatures, vehicles, prosthetics, animatronics, sculptures, and much, much more. Or as we like to call it technically, cool stuff.
Rodney.
Okay, what are you doing there, Al?
So I am working.
You're working?
I'm working this animatronic here. Look. Hello. Hello.
I'm now holding the skin for the mother creature animatronic. Put your arms out like this and I'll drop it on you and you can test out how much it weighs.
Oh my god, have you had to wear that?
Yeah, so this is what we put the animatronic for the mother creature up there. It's silicone and latex.
Press the red one and scream as loud as you can. Oh, so that sounded like a chicken, and then you can make it either make it sound like a chicken and press the button,
Okay.
or you can have it sound like a lion.
Lions, Brisbane Lions. Oh.
Or all of them.
Alright, stop. Enough of that.
So what do you think? They're prosthetic legs. What do you think? They do feel real, don't they? I'm going to go and give Dave a bit of a shake and see if he wakes up.
It's not that one. It's not that one.
Dave!
This one. It's not that one.
You've been working too hard. He's snoring away there. You need to have your coat. That'll wake you up.
This desk with Dave and the coffee cup is replicated in a little room off the side.
Did we all see the eyeball in Babe? You guys come
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
Come on in, don't worry. Now, that is the first ever 3D printed eyeball.
So the skeletons in this cabinet look incredibly lifelike. They just look, they look like that. They've got age on them and they just look so real. Actually, the only real skeletons are these in the glass domes. And they're actually rat skeletons that have been added to get kind of wings and the extra tails. And they're just, the creatures are kind of killed, and then they have little beetles that pick all the flesh right down to the bone. So you get this really white bone. And then they can add the extra bits to get these skeletons that look like dragons.
I think what he said, we didn't say they killed them, they were roadkill.
Yes, roadkill. Rats.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, I'm going through this tunnel here. Oh, now you got to find a dragon in here. Probably should have had a. Wow, it's quite tight. Oh, it's hard on the knees though. There we go, right out the other end. Woohoo! I found the dragon.
Say hello. Did you make friends with the dragon?
It's sleeping.
Oh, okay.
So all the other groups that I will see have
Fantastic.
I was drawing a creature. She signed it, added mine, and signed mine too.
Wow, some of these are fantastic.
What are you doing now, Al?
So this is tracing. It's a great way to kind of practice how to get the lines and perspective right.
Sort of.
It's sort of. Back to the drawing board, as they say.
Oh,
That was Weta Unleashed. What did you think, Robert?
I loved it. It was brilliant. Hour and a half long. What a fantastic way to spend an hour and a half. Entertaining. The guy, Devon, who took us round was so enthusiastic. He was great.
It was a lot of fun, and going behind the scenes of how all the special effects are made in movie making.
And highly interactive. I was going to say it's highly interactive.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff there that you can. It might not be real, but it sort of simulates what it would be. And I absolutely love that. I don't believe an hour and a half's gone by, but fantastic.
I could have spent longer. I could have spent longer fiddling around and doing the drawings and messing around with some of the stuff. Yeah, you really could spend longer. But
It was absolutely superb. If you're in Auckland looking for something to do, definitely check out Weta Unleashed.
Yeah.
What did it cost? Do you remember?
I think it was about $65 each. I think something like that.
We came out of the Weta Workshop and it's starting to go a bit dull. It's not raining, but it is a bit dull and the temperature's dropped a little bit. Before we go back to the cruise ship, which I think we'll go back a little bit earlier, before we go back though, our guide Liz told us that a great view of the city and a lovely place to sort of like have a little bit of a chill out is here at the Queens Rooftop Bar. It's at the building at number 1 Queen Street. So as we're here, when in Rome.
Right on the front, and if it's been recommended, who are we to give it a miss?
Let's go and have a look. We do a drink anyway.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Let's go and have a look.
This is a bit fancy. So you walk through the wine shop here, and the host, the maitre d', will take you to the lift, call the lift for you, and then You tell the host at the top that you are here and they will take you to your table. Have a look at all these though. Wow.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 bottles in here. So when you get to the top, it's on level 21. You check in with the host here, and she shows you to a table inside or outside. And we chose outside because look at our view. Look what we can see from up here. But this is probably one of the best views of the ship that we have had this entire journey. It's fabulous. Anyway, look, I'll be honest with you. The prices are up there. The prices are up there. I've got a cider that was 13 New Zealand dollars. The beers, the tap beers, around about 15 New Zealand dollars. But for the view you get, it's fabulous. There's music playing. We're sat on the rooftop here. We can look all over Auckland, and it's superb. In fact, flick around. Look at this building that you can see on the left here with this coupling. This is the new highest apartment building in Auckland that is still being built. The glass one on the right of it is the current highest building or tallest building in Auckland. We saw those on the walking tour this morning. It was a bit cloudy and the clouds are clearing now, so this is going to be a lovely place to spend a little bit of time before we go back to the ship. I think we will go back to the ship a little bit early because it's been a long few days, to be honest with you. We've had we've done a lot, and it was hard getting out of bed this morning. We've got some olives too. Look at these. Got some marinated olives. What about this? I think Al's already been eating one, unless they brought us one with a pickle in it.
No. That's why the camera work was so poor then.
We were heading back to the ship, and then we saw this place and remembered that Liz, our tour guide from this morning, told us about it. And wow, I'm so glad she did, because this is a great way to just chill out before we go back to the ship to chill out again. Anyway, in the meantime, I've got a cider. I'm going to enjoy my cider. Al's got a beer. She's going to enjoy her beer. We're going to enjoy these olives and enjoy everything about being up here. I know that's a lot of enjoys, but it really is a beautiful place. If you are in Auckland and you're around this area, you've got an hour or so spare, definitely check out Queens Rooftop Bar.
You pay for your drinks and your food as you depart the Queens Rooftop Bar. And as we were leaving, I heard the waitress say to the person on the till, 52. And I thought, $52 for two beers and a bowl of olives? Oh, God. Anyway, that was table 52. It actually cost us, it was $40. And actually $40, I thought it was pretty good because the views were spectacular, and it beautifully served, and a lovely place to spend an hour.
It was. And now we're back up to the ship.
We are.
We've done a couple of tours or a couple of activities that we pre-arranged. We've done the walking tour and we've done the movie workshop. But other things that you could do in Auckland are the markets. The markets are fabulous, so check out if they are on.
Yeah, they were good.
There's also the arts centre that we heard about. Liz told us on our walking tour. That is free. You can go and spend some time looking around the art gallery, and of course the Sky Tower. You can go up the Sky Tower, and if you feel adventurous,
jump off.
You can jump off. You can do the bungee jump. Not sure how much it is. Check it out. Liz said she thought it was about 300, but that's unverified, so you can always check it out.
It's like a once-in-a-lifetime activity.
Yeah, but there are also other things up in the Sky Tower. There is the bistro and the observatory. So great place. I've been up there before. Great place to spend a couple of hours up in the Sky Tower.
And of course, what I would say is, I know we've just come from the rooftop bar, Queens Rooftop Bar. You cannot get a sense of how beautiful it is in this bay, in this area, unless you get high. You need to get high up and look over.
She doesn't mean sort of like get high.
Yeah.
Get higher.
I don't know, that might give a whole new twist to it. But yeah, once you get high and you can see the bay and right out to the sea, it's fantastic, right the way round.
Beautiful.
You just can't get a sense of that down with your feet on the ground. So, but I have thoroughly enjoyed today.
And on our way back to the ship, and just in time actually, because I think about every single device that we've got that's running on batteries. Al's phone, the camera, the microphones, every single thing is showing warning signs that they're about to die. So just in time to get back on the ship.
I think that includes Al herself. After a very exhausting day, I need to recharge. And that's going to take the form of sparkling wine, I think. What's lovely is coming through from a day out, and you come to the scanners here, and you're actually straight here at the Martini Bar and the Grand Plaza to a delightful live band playing. Isn't that lovely? And time to get a nice little drinky before we go back to the rooms and get ready for tonight. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, we've started to push away now. We are leaving Auckland. Some people waving at us out here. Bye, Auckland! Thank you! Everybody's on the balconies looking out, waving at us, saying goodbye. This is so special. This is so special, sailing out of Auckland and people on the balconies on their apartments just waving at us, saying goodbye, wishing us a happy trip, safe trip.
Yeah.
Bit of a glitch in the matrix tonight. When we got back from Auckland, it'd been such a big day, Alden decided that she needed a nap. And so I went and had dinner on my own in the Normandy, which was very quick tonight and very nice. Had a baked brie to start with.
Oh.
I know. It was very runny in the middle. And then I had coq au vin. My only complaint about the coq au vin was there was so much chicken. It was like a bowl full of chicken. I just couldn't eat it all. And then the chap next to me had a New York eclair, and I thought this is too good to pass by.
What's a New York eclair rather than a chocolate eclair?
It's a chocolate eclair that's cut in half with one half of it put sideways, basically. Just like
Just a giant chocolate eclair.
no, it's the normal size.
Oh, just a little tiny.
They just slice it down the middle with with the chocolate bit on the top
Yeah.
and the bottom bit, and then turn the top bit sideways.
It's like on a little jaunty angle. Little jaunty.
Yeah, 90 degrees. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it was very nice, but I got served like under an hour's back. I went up to the ocean view and had something to eat from up there.
I just had to have my little nap. It's been such a hectic few days. And of course, once you sleep, sometimes I just needed a bit to get me going. But the restaurant, the Ocean View, is open until, it says 9:30. I got up there about 25 past 9. I thought I'm just going to make a mad dash, see if I can get something. They didn't start clearing the stuff away until 10 o'clock, and it was packed up there.
Then down to the Martini Bar. We've almost caught up. We've almost down to the Martini Bar for a bit of the old Latin
Oh, it's
dance.
Latin night tonight.
Live
We do
music,
like a little bit of Latin.
dance. The disco's about to, or the DJ's about to start in the interim because they've gone off for a break now and they're coming back. You're all caught up now.
I would love to be able to do a little bit of proper Latin dancing. And do you know,
Bit of Ricky Martin.
it's so funny. I just now realise that we've ended up dancing like our parents. We actually now dance like every other mum and dad on the planet. And we're giving it loads.
I'm okay, but you do dance like your parents, yeah.
And you just look at you think, when did this happen? When did we suddenly start doing this? I don't know. Anyway, I would love to do the little swanky Latin bits.
We'll see if that happens. When they come
call
back.
them the girls because it is the all-girl band. But actually, they were different.
No, they're not all girl band tonight, but they are some from the all girl band.
It was all girls, but they weren't the all-girl band that we've had previously.
I know.
There were different players in there, but it was an all-girls band. Just
all right.
It just happens to be an all-girls band, but they were fabulous.
Let's see what happens.
Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
So there you go. That's our day today, and after a good night's sleep, we'll be doing it all again tomorrow.
We will. If you've liked this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos. Thanks for watching.
Terribly difficult after a few glasses of wine to say subscribe.
Subscribe.
So I'll help you out. Subscribe.
That's
That's all the fun of being on a cruise as well, especially if you've got a drinks package.
We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye now. Bye.